Hi everyone, welcome to David's Kitchen. Hey, welcome. Yeah, it's pretty cool here out in the open ocean, isn't it? Yeah, I'd like to show you what's really happening though. Let me get the V cam off. We're going to my kitchen. There we go. We've got a great meal for you tonight. Yeah, we got the non-GMO ronzoni vermicelli or angel hair, whichever you prefer. Capellini works great too. Yeah. Let's say hello to the chat room. Yeah, another great show, as usual. The ATP 24/7 show is going on, which is pretty awesome. Okay, getting into the chat room. Okay. So, right, I'm going to pick up on any chat that comes my way in case you guys. What is Gumboghetti? Well, I just created it. So, we're going to find out. Yeah. Now, I don't have any okra, but, this is not affiliated with in any way with the Southern special cooking, but as you see, there's shrimp in here. So, if you don't have any shrimp, we're going to substitute sardines for that. And, yeah, the okra I'm gonna kind of replicate with some broccoli and some carrots and some celery. Now, I know a lot of you people don't realize how important organic food is, but as you know, I'm a big proponent of organic food. So buy it when you can. We're gonna also use a half an onion to get started. So I'll take that out of my little package here. I keep old plastic around and use it for storing onions. It really works well. Yeah, and actually, the thing about it is you can reuse it anytime because the onions actually prevent bacteria from growing. It seems like it smells like an onion. It's pretty amazing what onions will do. Yeah, even in the garden, if you're using onions as a companion plant to keep bugs away, it's a great thing. Yeah, sardines really have a unique taste when encountered with chicken. And today I'm going to be talking about using some of these great wild, yeah, these sardines are really great. You can get them at Costco. Olive oil, we're going to start with that, at least the olive oil. Then we're going to throw turkey on top of it with onions and peppers and vegetables. And we're going to top it off with a can of, I got a discounted can of diced organic tomatoes. And I'm going to show you how to make your own tomato sauce for on the cheap, because these things are about 50 cents a piece normally. Yeah, of course you can't always find, everything can't be perfect. With Del Monte we get USDA organic and non-GMO. So they've got that going for them, which is pretty cool. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I really like Del Monte. They are perhaps the best brand out there. Yeah, they're making some good moves. Yeah, Del Monte's really good. You can get that typically at Walmart too. Look for those brands. They're really outstanding. Hey, what do you think? A loose 38. I was telling you I was trying to get into my new pants, and it's like, yeah, this has been great. I lost about 10 pounds, and got my fighting weight on, and things are going great. Okay, so I think the first thing we're going to do is cut the hard vegetables, the ones that take the longest time to cook. So we'll go ahead and get into this. I usually rinse off vegetables, so I'm putting some water in here anyway. I might as well rinse them off into the water I'm going to be boiling the pasta in, right? Yeah, my pressure's down, so I kind of do it in spurts. It builds up pressure quickly, but it loses it quickly too. Yeah. So how about the price of gas? Jeez. Yeah, we'll be saying, looking back on those years remember when the cost was only $5 a gallon? Yeah. Boy, weren't those, yeah, I remember those years. I'm going to bring this forward. Thank you. hear the jets in the back, right? I get way more flights than I ever got when I first moved here. When we first moved here, there wasn't a big contract with Boeing. There was no, yeah, and when around 11 years ago, all the senators put together a package to get Boeing to pass all of the tests to win the contract over Airbus. Yeah, a very, very strange thing occurred at that time. I'm still quite concerned about it, actually. Well, my whole area automatically had massive jets over it, every single day. It's just unbelievable. For the past 12 years, we've had flyovers every day. And the decibel levels can be as high as 120 decibels, which is, you don't want to be outside without cover. And, it definitely affected me in a negative way. I mean, I would say that's the one sacrifice I've made to live here. Otherwise, we live in absolutely a beautiful place. There's deer out and back. There's a mother and 2 fawns living in my forest. I'm not kidding. And, yeah, we're kind of replicating okra here. Okra is a very unique plant, but I don't really like okra, so I'm just going to kind of slice the broccoli stalk here, just to start with. And you can do that with more broccoli stalks, but it kind of replicates okra. You see how that looks kind of like it? I'm going to start with, I just got a new thing of celery, so I want to pull a couple stalks off of this and get into it, because celery can go bad fairly quickly. Yeah, we bought organic celery. It's pretty nice. I'm going to go with a couple stalks, keeping the cost down, and a half of an onion. So I think between the broccoli, the stalks, the onion, and the carrots, I'm probably at $1. Right, and then this thing generally costs 50 cents. I get this for 50 cents, so that's $2. And then I got this for 50 cents, but that was on sale. That's $1, another $1, so that's $3. And then, of course, the magic ingredient, I got this ground turkey, 30% off, a full pound. I got that at discount for $3, so yeah, which is probably a low cost for a lot of people. No artificial ingredients, no added hormones or steroids. Yeah, so we're up to $6. And then I added the pasta and the gumbo powder that I had from way back. I've got some of Mama Papal's powder in here. I'm going to use that in the mix, but you don't have to use that. You can use any number of things. Curry powder, definitely onion and garlic powder. But to get Mama, I forget what Mama Papal's always used here. Let's just see, get a special recipe. Well, you'd have to check. I really don't know Mama Papal's famous recipe. All right. Now, let's just cut these vegetables. Now, at the end of these celeries, there's always a brown piece. You want to get that off of there, otherwise somebody in your family is going to eat it. Then I make diagonal slices like that. Slice diagonally. Always keeping your eye on the knife. And when you get down here, you want to dissect that and also cut the end off of that too. You don't want any ends on there, so we'll take that out of there. There we go. Put it in the compost heap. Now, they use a lot of garlic in Cajun cooking, so we're going to bring in some fresh garlic too. The carrot idea is a concept that I think will go well because it kind of looks like shrimp. These are really great. They're pre-cut, pre-peeled. I'm just going to put a few of those at the bottom of this dish. Yeah. We'll do about 3 at a time. Again, always look at the knife. You keep your fingers down, straight down. And you could use the tip of the blade, especially if it has a curl on that blade. That's a French curl there. You see a slight curl there. Yeah, always use a curled knife, because then you can rock it back and forth. It makes the life. The Chinese cleavers are not as easy to. They're better for chopping, like straight up. Than these kind of rolling French curl knives are great. And you want to go fairly small because these will cook fairly quickly that way, as opposed to a regular carrot, which takes forever. All right. Now the important thing with cooking Cajun style is you want to get all your spices going first. So I'll pick out the rest of this bag I had of this Mama Powell's sauce. Yeah, this is good stuff. I keep old sauces and things in here. Yeah, this is where I keep my my collection of things. There's onion soup I've got from way back. These things can always be used. Yeah, they're very salty, so there's a lot of salt in it. But it looks like it's like a cayenne. No, not a lot of cayenne. It's like a curry kind of a blend. That's what it looks like. That cayenne can kill a dinner, but you definitely want to go a little spice. So a little cayenne with your Cajun is good. So we're gonna get the garlic going over here too. Let's start with a couple cloves. All right. We'll get to more later because you can always add garlic to a meal. And of course, the method is to just kind of pound it down, take the outside covering off. It should pull right off in an ideal world. And throw that in the compost as well. I've read stories that people don't like to put onion peelings or garlic peelings in compost. They say, oh yeah, that slows down the aeration. You know, I really don't. I think it's perfectly fine. Because they take a lot longer to break down over time, but they're not like plastic, that's for sure. Okay, we'll get the pan going at a level 3 in the back. We're heating it up right now. Whoops. Did you see my foot? I think you may have seen my foot. Yeah, that camera routine, every single time. Off air. Hang on. Okay, we're back up and running. Yeah, one of the things I do when I cut garlic, and I showed you this last week, of course I haven't uploaded that yet, but is if you put your hands under water, the garlic, and under steel, if you rub it next to a knife, even a butter knife, the garlic smell goes right away. Okay, we got a nice hot grill back here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the oil down. I'm going to use safflower oil today, but Sarah and I picked up some sesame oil. We got a good deal on organic sesame oil the other day, so one of these days I'm going to cook with sesame oil. But I think this recipe calls for peanut oil. Yeah. But I don't think you don't need no peanut oil. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go ahead and put the veggies that we have here, starting with the garlic, on the hot oil. Okay. And we'll just throw that right in there. Okay, and then I'm going to throw the onions on top of that when I cut the onion here. Yeah, I took a little tumble there on the camera, but I'm back up to running here. Frequently we do the action cam as a gimmick, really. It just gives you that raw kind of feeling like it's real. Yeah, people believe that everything is real when raw action occurs. Yeah, so when I purposely make mistakes in the show, I'm purposely trying to look normal, like a human. Because clearly the subject matter is technology, and tonight's show will be about technology. As you can see, I am replicating a human very well. No, I'm real. I'm actually David. You know, I'm the real guy. Misfire. Random misfire. I'm muted? I'm not muted, no. You should hear me. Hello? Is the audio off or hello? Can you hear me? Hello? It does seem a little low though. Yeah. Okay, is video on? So the sound is down. Okay, well let's remedy that right now. Okay, we should be right up and running now. Yeah, sorry, the sound was muted for some reason on that last attack, so. Okay, so this pan takes a little while to heat up. I'm just gonna cover it up and let it do its thing right there. And then I'm gonna take the onions, the peppers, and slice those up. Yeah, sorry about the sound. You missed a lot of the good conversation I was having with myself. Especially a little special thing I'll be giving all the people who do watch this YouTube video someday. A little treat, yeah. Well, you know, just things I do for the people that actually recorded videos in perpetuity. Still no audio? Really? Okay. Testing. Okay, so yeah, we're somehow getting through this. I'm not sure how this is working, but I'm still moving forward. That's kind of how you have to deal with technology. When you encounter technology, you have to keep moving forward, even if you stop. Okay, I'm just going to slice up these peppers, make them nice and, I think, fairly big, because I don't want them to get lost in the meal, so I'm just going to bifurcate them. As you can see, by pivoting them 180 degrees, I can bifurcate them. Beep. Maintaining about a 3/4 of an inch length. There you go. Okay. All right. So this is getting hot. Yeah. And now is the time we're going to throw in this powder stuff on top of the meat. And we're going to start with chicken or turkey, as the case may be. I got this great genius. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Thanks. Good evening, welcome. Okay. Pulling this out like that, exposing the meat, and taking some sort of a powder you have in your refrigerator, whatever, or anything, you know, even, I could probably put marinade on this, you know, if I really wanted to. Yeah, I mean, I've got some marinade right here I could probably put on. This is from New Orleans, world's best miso sesame. I could probably do a little of that too. So we'll go, this is fairly salty though, and it has some okra in it, so it's kind of cool. See that? It actually has okra in it. So I'm going to put this down on top of the food. As I drop it in, I'm going to put a little on top of that. And I put it straight in the pan with the okra face down. The powder from Miss Paul's. See that? Like that? See that? That's real good. Yeah. And then just take the rest of the Miss Paul's. I use a half a package myself so I can stretch it out. But this is the real deal, this Miss Paul's. I call them Miss Paul, but it's Mam Paul. M-A-M. Mam Paul. Yeah, and I wanted to use this. It's been in the cupboard for about 15 years, so I thought this would be the last time I'd be using the package. I thought, you know, what a great time to start cooking my Y2K food, you know? Here we are, 22 years later, and I'm ready to go. Now, one of the things I add to this dish, which makes it unusual, is a little bit of seafood through the sardine oil. Now, you can use sardines as a replacement for shrimp. I have some shrimp, but I've got some cooked shrimp that are going to go in this. But sardines is a very unique taste on the pan when it's cooking. So before you put the onions down, onion down, get to some with the sardine oil. You can just drizzle it right on along the outside, like so. Now, I was going to use Miss Patty LaBelle's no salt seasoning, but I realized Miss Patty's in the cupboard still. Yeah, Miss Patty's in the cupboard. So I've got enough seasoning in there with that. But Miss Patty's no salt is good. The number 3. But actually, we got a little number 3 right here. This is a little bit of hot sauce. You can throw in that. Yeah, hot sauce is one of those things you might want to cook with here. I'm going to get every little bit of that oil out there. Then I'm going to put my onion and my yellow pepper. Now, I worked all night on the dialogue of the people there, the indigenous to the Louisiana. And I press down on there with my hand, like that, see there? Press down on. And you're going to wipe your hands off. Hey, I'm still filling up the water here for the vermicelli. I use angel's hair myself, but yeah. Tinkle, tinkle. Does that make you want to go tinkle? Look at that. That's perfect. That's a perfect amount of water. So let's go ahead and put that on the back burner. Turn it up to level 6. Get that going. Yeah, we'll get that nice and warm very fast. Now, mind you, I haven't put the sardines in. That'll go in a little later when I put the shrimp in there. Now, I'm going to bring this entire dish right here. I'm going to keep it at level. I'm going to bring it up to like a level 6. Both of them now at level 6. Then I'm going to take a little spatula and break up the meat. And press it down on everything. There you go. Yeah, everything's got to cook quick now. Yeah, you got to nail all the ingredients, get everything going. You don't want to add a lot of water to this. No, this is a raw kind of a meat dish right now with raw vegetables. You want to let the vegetables themselves have moisture in them, and we'll hit the grill with a little bit of oil down and should make a nice caramelization of the food at level 6. Cooking above level 6 could be like searing your food. You wouldn't want to do that. Here they. I'm going to drain this package out, and obviously it's not recyclable, so it's going in the garbage. I notice my recycler is taking less and less. It's like, oh yeah, we don't want that kind of, no, not that plastic. Pretty easy. And then they took all the bottles and they put them all together now. Green, brown, yellow, whatever. So I'm thinking in about a year there won't be any recycling going on under the plan that they have. Yeah, it's like they're shutting back because, you know, as you know, a lot of the recycling can't export now out of the country. Hey, that was last night's discussion. But tonight's discussion should be good. We should have a conversation about technology, which we'll end up talking about environmental technology, which is exactly the thrust of our country and where we need to go. Yeah, for sure. For sure, dude. Yeah, so I kind of break these cans open. I'm going to show you how to make some sauce out of just a can of tomato paste. Oh, and I also wanted to salt that water back there. Now, when I put a little salt in there, I also add a little bit of that 98-cent Italian seasoning I get at Walmart. Yeah. Put a shot of that in there, and a shot of Himalayan sea salt. That should be good. Always salt your water before you make your pasta. And vermicelli or capellini or angel hair actually is the best. So I've got some number 12 angel hair today. Okay, and this is the kind of meal you can make on the road. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I mean, angel hair packs just as easily as ramen. And I prefer it 100% more than ramen, because ramen is not that good for you. It doesn't have quite the natural ingredients. Yeah, we're getting a good harvest this year out of my artichoke plants. I'm building this artichoke garden. It's taking a few years, but it grows itself pretty much. You know, artichokes are perennials, so they just keep coming back. That's the way to really garden, is just have things growing that are perennial, that keep popping up every year. The hardest one to grow is asparagus. But man, it is rewarding to have an asparagus crop, I'll tell you. I wish I had one. I tried to grow one about 10 years ago. I failed. I failed miserably trying to grow asparagus. Yeah, well, my soil is just so full of clay that I really expected to have a good growing seasons when we moved here many years ago. And man, the soil just was disappointing. You know, you have to grow things in, thank you, Sister Five. You have to grow things in raised gardens out here in Washington, unless you really, really know what you're doing. Because unless you got good fertile land, which incidentally happens to be underneath the tarmac at the airport where the Navy lands, where they land the jets, that yeah, right underneath that they put tarmac down, and it was the most fertile land in the whole valley, and the Navy just moved in here. Well, it's not fertile anymore. I mean, it's got all kinds of potential toxins in it. Okay, I'm going to open up these cans. But yeah, it's amazing. The government doesn't seem to care about the quality of land that we've got. You know, we need to improve our quality of soil, I think. That would be really good. Yeah, I come from a farming family. My dad farmed, and his family farmed, and you know, I really thought I could actually grow things out here, but yeah, soil's everything. Okay, we're getting there. As soon as you start to hear things crackle in this pan, that's looking good. Okay, it's starting to work. Yeah, just work it off the bottom, make sure it doesn't stick. Start working it around. It's still not even cooked, but you're just basically right now mixing ingredients. The more you spin it, the better. Breaking up that turkey is essential because that's a big component of the protein here. Or chicken, whatever you got. Okay. Now is a good time to throw a little hot sauce in there. So I'm going to take a little patty of the bale number 3. Give it about 7 shakes. There you go. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to keep it on a continuum. You know, we're just letting the vegetables be the water. Not adding any water to this. I'm just cooking it thoroughly. It's not quite there yet, but now it's going to go down for another steam fry. Here we go. Just keep it at level 6. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make. It's really simple. Just take like a Pyrex, anything with glass preferably, and just take all of that tomato paste out of the can. And typically you can get these cans for about 50 cents. I see them on sale all the time, and they last forever in the cupboard. Yeah, you won't ever have a problem with these cans lasting well into the future. Yeah, and then just take the bottom of that and add water to it. Salt the spoon, and take it in there, and then give it a good stir. Kind of work the spoon around all the sides. It does the job really, really well. Okay, and just pour it right in there, and then you see where you're at. You still have a little bit of residue in there. Okay, fill that up again, half full. So it's like 1.5 cans to the 1 can of tomato paste. 1.5 cans on top of that makes a really nice sauce. All right, we're almost there. And then continue stirring in the Pyrex of the glass. All right, cool. Yep, we're good. Okay, I'm going to give that another stir over here. Keeping it off the bottom, and we're almost ready to add the sauces. Perfect. Okay. While it's in this condition right here, I like to add a little pepper. So we're going to crack some pepper. Amazingly, this McCormick was on sale at Walmart for $2, so I bought a couple of these things. They come with a grinder on top of them. They're pretty cool. You take the top off and just grind away. That's good. They like a lot of pepper in Cajun areas. Pepper's good for you. And of course, I always use this as a way of adding nutrition to my deal. So I can throw a little of that in there, top it off, and that works really well with a pepper. That's good for a lot of reasons. Okay, and of course, Mam Paul is going to be really helping with the taste here. All right, we're going to throw in the tomatoes, canned tomatoes, the sardines. They're already pre-cooked, and these are boneless. So if you happen to get bones, you might want to pull the bones out. But I don't think you mind. I mean, they cook crayfish in gumbo. Crayfish works too. Perfect. Very nice. Okay, and then just kind of cover that up. Press the tomatoes around it. A little bit more moisture. Kind of we're working our way up with moisture. And cover that up. Rinse my hands off. I keep a cucumber around just for the heck of it. And I'm going to make some coffee. Thanks for reminding me, Dave. Okay, great. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little stirring of the tomato sauce. And we have a full boil on the water, so that's perfect timing. I'm going to get this to a nice consistency. So let's go ahead and stir this up. Yeah, I'm glad everyone loves each other here. That's great. Love is a many splendored thing. Okay. I get a good mix going. See, that didn't take too much time, and you just saved about $1 in tomato sauce cost. Okay, I'm going to take my Ronzoni non-GMO angel hair and put it in the water. This is a half a container, so this is like 50 cents for me. I buy these things on sale, but they are going up in price, so always try to get them on sale, and always try to look for non-GMO. And what I do is I take it like that and then break it right in there and then spin it. Give it a break and then spin it, and then definitely hit it right away with the spatula. Yeah, move it around. You got to be broken up right away. Super importante. Muy importante. See? So give that a stir, and then you got yourself one heck of a bowl in vermicelli there. Of course, I am going to have to add my tomato sauce now. So we're going to go ahead and put this over here and throw the tomato sauce on top of everything. And then stir it all the way to the bottom. Once you get it to the bottom, then you want to turn it down to level 3. In fact, you could probably turn both of them down to level 3 at this point. All right, let's get a good set going there. Add a little more water to this, get the most of it. That's going to cook at level 3. Turning that down to level 3, and we're going to give that a little spin too. Vermicelli cooks almost a little bit longer, like a minute longer, but angel hair cooks the fastest. Capellini is second, angel hair is like 2 minutes later. Angel hair is almost thicker, as the thinnest spaghetti of all, but I used to make vermicelli and it's just a little bit thicker. And in between that is capellini. Okay, and I didn't use this stuff, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more garlic to this meal as a topper, as it simmers on the stove. And I'm going to bring some shrimp out. I've got some shrimp in the refrigerator, already pre-cooked, so we'll add that to the dish. Yeah, it traditionally takes shrimp, but who has a lot of money for shrimp? You can cook with sardines, you know, it's perfectly fine. Sardines are a really good storage food too. So if you're looking to stock up on food, I would recommend sardines for sure. And they come in different packs, like soft metal package. That's a new way of packaging them. The soft metal ones, that are mylar ones. That's a type of packaging. Okay. So what I'm doing is just, this is for flavor, and this can go at the top of the meal. And kind of steam onto the top, and then we'll bring it into the meal once it's cooked a little bit, just from the steam. Okay, here we go. Chop, chop, chop. Whoops, you can't see that. Yeah, it would help if the camera was actually facing the cloves. We'll take the cloves and put them right on top of this. Yeah, I'll shuffle them down there. I might as well put them in there. They got to do their job sooner than later. Yeah, we'll just stick them right in there. Yeah, the broccoli and the celery, they actually look a little like... Okay, now that's done. See that? You can turn that off, and I can take it out of the bowl. Put it in a bowl. Yeah, see how fast that was? Amazing. You don't want to overcook it because spaghetti can get a little starchy. Okay, I'm going to let that set for a sec, and I'm going to get rid of these cans because they're kind of dangerous. Danger, danger. Cans in the kitchen. You want to throw some rum in there? Well, yeah, if you're an alcoholic, I would see how, that could be. Justin used to throw some alcohol in his cooking. If you ever used to watch Justin on TV, he was incredible. I think we have a copy of one of his videos in one of my libraries. Justin is a really amazing cook. I don't know, I think he may be no longer with us, I'm not really sure. All right, I'm going to spray the bottom of this. But I always take my bowls whenever I, get them. And I kind of like wash them out a little bit with filtered water. Because you never know, you don't want to get residue from a dishwasher in there. And then give it a little spray around the outside of the rim. There you go. And then just put it right in top there. Okay. Then you can turn your rear off there, keeping everything kind of loose. Okay, good. I'm going to pull out the shrimp I have here. We get these mega things at Jumbo Shrimp. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, they're probably the best value we could find. $20 for this whole container. Okay. We'll take out some of the flavored shrimp. They've got a few different ones here. Yeah, I'm just going to take this and add it, like 5 shrimp to the meal. And I'm going to chop them up. Now, normally I don't chop on the chopping board, but I'm going to wash this chopping board in the sink, so I'm just getting ready to do that. So I pulled the bottoms off of it. These are already pre-cooked. So, nice jumbo shrimp. There you go. And yeah, sometimes there's outside coverings. You have to cover, you have to get rid of those. But I'm going to go nice dice down the middle here. Remember, we're shooting for flavor, mostly flavor enhancement. Okay, I'm not done yet. I'm going to put them on top of the boiling water there. Or, I mean, excuse me, the puree, not the water, puree. I'm putting them in there. And I'm just going to kind of push them into various portions of the puree, like right there. Okay, and then keeping them cooking, everything's cooking its own heat still. Let's leave that set for a bit, because remember, everything's cooked. The sardines were cooked when they went in there, so you don't have to overcook them. And then I picked up a pretty good deal on Kraft's Parmesan cheese. I saw these on sale for 99 cents a piece, and I'm going, I can't really pass that up, you know. 99 cents for these. So I told Sarah, we're going to stock up on these. We get about 6 of them. So we did. I'm going to put Parmesan on top of the pasta. See that? All right. That's another kind of a layering technique I'm using. Now I'm going to take everything and go right on top of that with the sauce. There we go. Mama Powell would be proud. Yep. Yes, Mama. We're good for everything. All good, Mama. Mama Powell. Okay, so we have a really great starting recipe with the Mama Powell okra gumbo. So I don't think you can go wrong with that. I don't know what that costs though, so I was lucky. But whatever you make is going to be good, I'm sure. We'll get everything out of the bottom of the pan. Okay. And I get water in there right away, so it doesn't cake up on me. There we go. I'll deal with that later. All right, get right to the last drop. There we go. Okay. Now, take that spatula and just kind of work it in. And what you're doing is kind of rotating the inside of this pasta, bringing it up to the top. Yeah, you're kind of rotating. See that? Not too much. You want to leave a little bit of the topper on there. There you go. Beautiful spaghetti gumbo. Gumboghetti. All right. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be looking for another helping. I'm sure you could feed 5 people with this. I mean, seriously. This is like double helpings for 5 people. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and top it off with a little bit of more Parmesan. But by the time you're ready to serve, make sure everybody gets quite a bit of the sauce, and everyone will be happy. You're looking at a lot of protein. Yeah, I like this Parmesan. It's pretty good. Lots of protein. Yeah, nice. Okay. I think I'm going to get something bigger than that. Hello. That'll work. Okay, enjoy everybody. Thank you very much. I'm going to make some coffee and I'll be in the room in about 2 minutes. See you in a bit. Thanks for coming into the David's Kitchen show. Appreciate it. Yeah, where everything's happening. Okay.